$109.33.
Move to approve.
Motion to approve?
Okay, I'd like to,
Second.
There we go. I'd like to move to untable the Dowd excavating bills this time.
So moved. Second.
The discussion for those, I just have just two questions, and they would be for the mayor with regard to Dowd excavation, because we had heard the auditors up here talking about the procurement process, and I did get your email where you did state there was no issue with the procurement process. Normally it would go out to bid,
Right.
but the two invoices that we had, they were dated the same, and I think that's where I was confused, where they were dated the same and they were over our bid threshold. I guess that was an emergent situation, if you would, yeah. If you would.
Yes. Okay, what had occurred at the stream restoration site, the stream bank restoration, is that Wayne Dowd had submitted a bill for a curtain drain. He submitted a proposal for a curtain drain. I think that was $11,000 or something like that. And that was the only work he was approved to do. But he was done with the curtain drain, right? And he was going to move out. And that's when we found out DPW couldn't do the work we needed to do. He called him back. That's why those bills were the same date, because it happened on the same day.
Okay, excellent. I mean, I'm satisfied. If the rest of the panel has any questions?
We did all the right things. We just ran into difficulty with DPW. That's all there is to it.
No, I appreciate it. I just, like I said, we tabled them. I spoke to Mr. Dowd. I wanted to get more clarification from you. And if the panel has any other questions regarding those bills.
I think
Yeah, I
we
have a
didn't vote on tabling.
Do we?
We never voted on tabling.
Well, why don't you stop me?
No.
Okay, so we're going to vote to untable the bills that the mayor just explained.
Here's the motion, second, please, roll call.
Roll call vote, Vicky?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo? Yes. Council President Colbert?
Yes. Now we can motion to, we already have a motion to approve. I was going to say, there's a, Councilman Lutz.
The first bidder, what's it, KDP,
Yep.
came in at a lower price. How comes they were? It was a revised setup, and they came in a little lower.
That was KDP. Sorry, that was KDP
KDP.
excavating. Right. They did appear to be lower, and I did notice that on our paperwork, we added $8,000 to the bid instead of $800.
Correct.
Okay.
Because they didn't add up the amount of hours. They just gave us an hourly rate. I think I have that right here somewhere. If you read into the document, their bid, you'll see that they didn't put in for the proper pay for the wage law. And
For
that's-
prevailing wage.
Yeah, if you read into it, read the second page, and it gives the rate for prevailing wage.
Was it the walking wage or whatever versus
Yes,
prevailing wage?
yes,
Yeah.
which they have to abide by when they're working on municipal, county, or state property. And when you do those numbers, you'll see it was $8,000 that he did not include in the bid.
So that, it wasn't a typo. You actually,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Council Vice President, any questions?
No.
Councilman Davis?
I'm good, thank you.
Councilman McVeigh?
I'm good, thank you.
I am good as well. Roll call vote, Vicky?
Councilman Lutz?
If this is for the Dow bills only?
This is for all.
Okay, I got
You do have more?
something. yes.
Okay.
Worth, I see we have Worth and Company again.
The library.
Is that the library?
It is. It's like $124?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
library.
so they picked the room, right?
Yep.
And the numbers do not add up for Bill Landry. I'd like to hold that until I get some better information on that.
Okay. Do you have those numbers for the clerk?
It's all escrow, isn't it?
Is it all this?
Well,
It should be all escrow. That's all.
it's all escrow, but I see that it's $250 an hour if you add them up.
Oh?
So we will be under land use escrow.
I could be wrong, but that's the papers that I have.
Well, it certainly can't hurt to look into it further.
Second.
For discussion on this, we can roll call vote.
I had discussion.
You do have discussion?
I do, yes.
Oh, please.
Under the business administrator, general supply company, sergeant, R56A, electric latch retraction, $1,720. What is that?
It's the locks on the door upstairs, I believe, or one of the doors in the building, I'm not sure which one.
Can't hear.
It was a set of locks on a door, either upstairs or downstairs. I'm not sure which one it was, but that's what it was.
Right. Who would know what it is? It's almost $2,000.
Yeah.
I believe they were the doors upstairs.
There you go. It was the doors going into the upstairs area.
On each end of the wall?
Yeah.
Correct.
Both ends.
Both ends.
Is that the key fob doors?
Yes.
Correct. They're all throughout the building.
My understanding is they needed to be replaced in order to use the key fobs. The doors are very old.
So, what was it, where was that at, Councilman? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
If you go under the current fund itemized under business administration section 4, it would be under 2770.
So total amount was $2,583.76. Total amount was $2,520. That is just under the threshold, am I correct? Or is the threshold 2260?
2625.
2625. So it's just under the threshold. Okay. Thank you. Councilman, do you want to do anything with those? You just wanted to use that question?
I want a clarification of it because this has been a topic on a few other council meetings. And with current people here, I wanted to know exactly what those locks were, how much money was being spent on that particular part of the building.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay. Thank you. I have no questions. So we would move to accept the bill list without the bills for William Landry. And did you want to hold that bill, Councilman? We good? Did you want to hold that bill?
No,
You're good?
I just want clarification.
Okay. Okay. So motion to approve the bill list with holding the,
Check 72905.
there he goes. I'm telling you, he's ahead of the curve, this guy. That's why he comes in first every time he runs. All right. Motion. We can roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo? Yes. Council President Colbert?
Yes. Okay, we now have public comment on agenda items. If you'd like to speak on any of the items only on the agenda, you're more than welcome to come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and let us have it.
Help yourselves to cupcakes.
God bless you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'd like to speak, as possible.
Absolutely. Royalty is in the building. You may speak, Mr.
I'm not really sure this is agenda item or not, but it is, there is an item on the agenda that says old business.
For all businesses on the agenda, yes?
Council business.
Is there an item deferred? There's an item there's an issue that's been on the agenda now for several weeks. I was at the planning board in April, and I got that the planning board be approved of the redevelopment plan for downtown. It was sent to town council. I was unable to attend that meeting. I was in Europe on vacation. It's my understanding it was tabled, and is still tabled. What's the issue?
I don't believe that the old business that I'm looking at are the bills for Mr. Dow. That's-
Well, it's still an old issue.
Oh, we just untabled those and approved them.
You
Are you-
approved the downtown redevelopment?
You're talking about the redevelopment plan?
It's been approved?
That is on the agenda for next week's work session. I spoke with the mayor earlier today. It wasn't tabled.
Okay, well, I won't be here next week,
Oh, okay.
so I'd like to speak.
Yes, please. No.
I would like
Please
to,
do.
you know, I've been on the planning board since 1984. I worked for the Warren County Planning Department since 1973. And I've been involved in many studies in improving downtown Phillipsburg. The Union Square area, all of them, all set in shelves, collecting dust. And the opportunity is here. The opportunity is here now. All the stars, the planets, everything's lined up. Developers are biting the bit to get started in helping revitalize downtown Phillipsburg. My only concern is that you do vote in favor of the redevelopment plan. I would like to know.
I can tell you, Mr. Rooney, that we did have a meeting, was it approximately 2 weeks ago, with Stan Schreck, Engineer Schreck, and the entire council appears to be in favor of the redevelopment plan.
I'm going
Does that make you
on
happy?
vacation, but I'll be back in July. And
I think you'll be a happy
I hope to
man.
hear. I hope to be happy.
I believe you'll be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other items for the, oh, there it is. I was waiting. Tongue tied.
When did they put the store in?
Emil Brisson, 94 Bowman Street.
Yes, sir.
I had a question about, sorry, looking for, it's the issue about Section 8 housing, which is 2018-103. And I wonder if somebody could just explain what is involved in this resolution. Reading the resolution itself, I'm not clear about what it's going to do.
Sure. If not, I believe Mr. Rummerfield is in the building. There he is. Mr. Rummerfield, if you would mind. Yeah, would you mind? Please.
So what this does, Phillipsburg has run the Section 8 program since sometime in the early 80s, 210 units. Just about every housing authority in a particular municipality that I know, including Easton, runs the Section 8 program. We have the opportunity to apply for something called a RAD program, so this is really the impetus for requesting that the Section 8 program come over to the housing authority. It still maintains 210 units. The 210 units won't go up anymore, but what we're asking is that the housing authority, like most housing authorities and municipalities, operate the Section 8 program. So it's us administering it instead of the town of Phillipsburg. If that answers your question.
Does that answer your question, Mr. Person?
Could you talk about anything that would change and
I mean, it's up to Mr. Rummerfield if he wishes to answer that question.
Nothing should change. It's 210 units approved by the town, and it stays 210 units.
is it any effects on the people who have those vouchers at this time?
The recipients of the Section 8? No.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions? Okay. There seeing none, we can move forward to the ordinances of second reading, which we have none. So we do have ordinances for a first reading. So let's get into them here. To the bar here. So ordinance 2018-09 for the first reading. It's an ordinance of the Town of Phillipsburg establishing an energy aggregation program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Just one question. I know in some of the supporting documentation, it asks for an endorsing resolution to allow immediate action on the program. My personal preference, and if the rest of the council would agree, would be able to see the contract that we'd be agreeing to before we execute it. I know that time is of the essence with these things, but just to see what the actual prices compare versus the contracted rate, I think it would benefit us to see that.
So we won't know the contracted rate or the potential contracted rate until the ordinance is opening up the program. And then we go through the process and actually have an auction. So
Right.
I can't give you what a price compare might, or do you mean JCP now?
The JCP now, right?
Okay.
Yeah, no, and so I apologize if I was unclear. So my understanding is that, so my preferred method would be that we would enact the ordinance, have our second reading, and have that go into effect. You guys would be able to go out to auction, the actual enacting resolution to accept the contract would come back. Because I think what was suggested in the documentation is that we also do the enacting on the resolution tonight to allow the mayor to execute whatever comes back. Is that correct?
No, it
Sorry,
should.
I misunderstand, I'm sorry.
Right, no. Any resolutions would be after the
Okay.
fact, certainly.
Then, no other comments?
Thank you. Councilman McVeigh, right? Vice President?
Just one, actually. This is the mayor's recommendation.
Yes, it is a mayor's
Okay.
recommendation.
Thank you.
Councilman Lewis?
No, nothing.
I have nothing either. So, roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. Okay, the second one is ordinance number 2018-10, an ordinance of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, deleting Chapter 5-40.1, Deputy Town Attorney, position created, appointment of the Code of the Town of Phillipsburg. Please give a motion.
So moved.
Second. Any second?
Second.
Discussion. Roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Council President, may I just
Yes.
share what we talked about earlier? The only thing, we are going to post the VA position come July 1.
Excellent.
And once we do that, that is one of his primary responsibilities. I just want to be clear about that, so you know they're going to have a little bit of a,
Before you go, Mayor, you're talking about the next ordinance. Unless you want the business administrator to be the deputy town attorney.
okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to clarify.
I didn't miss that.
Nope, that's okay, but you can definitely comment on the next one.
I'm done.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. Ordinance number 2018-10, ordinance of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, deleting Chapter 5-40.1, Deputy Town Attorney, position created, appointment, Code of Town of Phillipsburg has successfully passed. Ordinance number 2018-11, an ordinance of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Code Section 100-16. Can I get a motion?
I guess we're going to, yeah, so moved.
Second.
And open for discussion. And like the mayor has said, the BA does default back to the business administrator, these duties, should we have one. When we don't have one, it goes to the clerk. That's where it goes. Okay, but
Just wanted to give you a heads
thank
up.
you. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Is there any further discussion for this? There's seeing none.
So we're amending this and we're going to amend it again in July?
No, we're not amending it again. The actual statute will call for it, so,
Okay.
right, it's going back to the way that it was prior to.
That's what this stated originally and it was changed?
That is correct.
Okay. All right.
Yes. The municipal charter calls
Very
for
good.
the business administrator.
So-
In the absence of a business administrator, it would be the town clerk.
Okay.
So once we have this administrator, then they will take care of it.
Okay.
Okay?
I have a question.
Yes?
In that proposed ordinance, under section 8, I'm trying to understand if this is redundant over the fact that the past resolution we had regarding personal files and personal records are to be considered confidential records and will be maintained in the office of the town clerk and locked file. These files in 2 groups, so on and so on. I know we have a resolution that was out there earlier this year. Is that,
I believe it ties in, yes. In essence, this actually just by statute provides it. I then believe that it negates the resolution. Would I be correct, referring to council?
Historically, up until 2016, the code read as it's presented today, that the personnel files are kept in the office of the town clerk. It was amended in 2016 to provide for the business administrator, and now you're basically undoing that amendment or putting it back the way it was. So the resolutions don't trump ordinances, ordinances trump resolutions.
Correct. Right. So it trumps the resolution, but it falls in line with the resolution is what you're asking, yes?
yes, I just want it clear, so the town clerk has, I don't want to ambiguity. Right.
No, you're correct.
Right. Because if I can spot it, I'm sure it's like the town clerk spot it.
You're correct.
Are you saying she's smart?
No, I'm having trouble hearing you because you have a cold.
She's bold.
She's definitely
She's
smarter than you. I'm not
She's
gonna
bold.
lie.
Believe me. Thank you very much. I'm good.
You're very welcome. If there's no further discussion.
So just one clarification, because the counselor, I heard two different, I had two different understandings based on two explanations. So I didn't read the rest of the statute, I only read the amended portion. Is the as amended after passage going to say that the business administrator holds the documents and in the absence of the business administrator, the town clerk holds it? Or is that what currently reads and we're changing it to the town clerk holds it?
It used to read town clerk, it was amended to say business administrator, now it's going back to town clerk.
Right, but by charter, when we have a business administrator, it has to sit with the business administrator.
Okay.
Right. Any further? Okay, roll call vote.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. And I still think you're smarter than Councilman McVeigh.
I said she is.
Okay. New business? Councilman Lutz?
No.
Council Vice President?
Just one item.
Yes.
Thomas is coming up, so I did briefly speak to Councilman McVeigh regarding the downtown. Do you know if the police are working on a traffic plan for Thomas? We've had a fair amount of traffic back up at that Union Square area. I know the businesses, the buses, Corporal Palooza ran a little differently, where we had the buses along South Main Street, so they weren't backing up in the parking lot, people turning around, backing up the bridge. Have they started working on that traffic plan, do you know?
I don't want to speak for the chief. I don't know. I will inquire. This has been a topic of several meetings, so I'm hoping something is at least established in draft form. I would actually defer to the council president, to the mayor would like to answer that question if he speaks with his subordinate.
Mayor?
We will have in place a traffic plan and crowd control plan before anyone hits the ground. We always do. We established it last year, and it's a combination of crossing guards and the police to manage traffic and crowds.
Have we spoken to businesses in Union Square regarding that? I know they like to be involved.
Well, this year is going to be just a duplicate of last year. I mean, there's no changes to the plan. What would you suggest we do?
Well, I know one of the complaints that I got a phone call about, people that were coming in tubing were told they couldn't park in the river lot, even if they paid, because that was only for people here for the Thomas event.
That should never happen.
Well, it did,
No.
so.
Who would do that? Who did that?
Whoever was waving people off.
There's.
because the tubing people were told.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't have happened. I'm glad you,
So,
brought it
yeah,
up.
if we could
Check
address
into
that,
it.
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Because they're willing to pay to park there just to go tubing,
They fill
so,
a lot up every week.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that
So,
happened.
the tubing business was the one that said, please, let's not have that happen again, so,
Okay, thanks.
yes. That was it.
Excellent. Councilman Davis?
No new business for me this evening, thank you.
You're welcome. Councilman McVeigh?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. I do have two things. One, I'd like to know, where do we stand on the habitability hearing for 240 Stockton? Was it 240 or 242? Was the Capoza building, the one that suffered from fire?
Yes. I talked to Kevin Duddy.
Okay.
And Capoza's chipping away at it. He's bringing it down. He's got to bring the facade down. They're going to bring it down to the sills of the first floor. So I'm being told that there's progress being made on that position. I have requested multiple times to get updates from it, and I'll do it again.
Can we put a time frame in, can we do like 30 days?
Yeah, we could do that. I
30.
wanted to knock it down the night of the fire. and-
No, I agree. I'd like to knock it down completely, but I'd like to, if he doesn't have it down in 30 days, then perhaps we can have him before us in council. Okay. I also have one other, I had visited with the home of 249 Washington Street at the request of Louis Kramer. It appears that 247 Washington Street, which is the property adjacent to 249, is in deplorable condition and needs to be repaired almost immediately to avoid damage to Mr. Kramer's grandparents' home. I would ask that the council and the mayor, if we could begin a habitability hearing for either the bank, the owner, or whomever is in charge of that party to begin making the necessary changes that would enhance the Kramer family's degraded quality of life. I will say I did visit there quite lengthy on Sunday. The porch, the roof has a hole in it, the porch is leaking, it's falling through, and it's only a matter of time before it starts to damage the adjacent property. It's similar to the conditions that the Moore family were living in, and we're finding this more and more throughout the town. Unfortunately for Mr. Kramer's grandparents, the adjacent home actually is being more affected by the degradation. The back of the property seems to be falling in, and I have a feeling that, I mean, I'm no Kevin Duddy, but common sense tells me if that does fall in, something's going to happen to the home next door.
First step is I got to send Kevin up there. He might condemn the facility. He might condemn the structure.
Okay.
And I'll ask him to go up tomorrow and take a look at it. It might be on his list already, but I'm not sure.
That would be great.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to be able to help them out as much as possible. I believe this was the second time Mr. Kramer had contacted me. I was finally able to get up there on Sunday, and I did give them my word that I would bring it up this evening. So the address is 249 Washington Street. Oh, is it 249 or 247?
I had 247.
I'm sorry, 247. So we could knock down 249 too, and then Mr. Kramer will never talk to me again, just so you know. He's here. Mr. Kramer, am I correct? Is it 247?
Yes, 247.
Okay, see, he's here. It's a good thing that he is here. Thank you. And that's all I have for new business. Moving forward, we can go on to the consent agenda. And if there's anything that anyone has to be removed from the consent agenda, I would ask that they go ahead and let us know. And I would start with Councilman Lutz.
I'm going to vote no on 2018-100 because I just got the audit today. So our abstain on the audit. I didn't have enough time to go over it, of course.
Okay.
So,
Would you like to pull it and table it?
well, that's totally up to you. I don't know how many people read it. So I just got mine tonight.
Councilman Davis, did you have an opportunity to read the entire?
I did not.
You did not. Councilman McVeigh, did you?
Now, you said the entire, so if I skimmed over a few pages.
That doesn't count.
Point of I believe that our obligation is to review at least the action items.
Correct.
That's our obligation in terms of certifying the audit. Obviously, Mr. Swisher knows much more about auditing it, so if he did do something wrong, there's no way I'm going to catch him.
Right.
So,
No, I just, because we are the governing body and Councilman Lutz did not have an opportunity to read it. My personal opinion would be, I don't feel comfortable putting it on the table for a vote if he didn't get an opportunity to read it completely.
absolutely.
Are we just removing from consent now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe we'd have to subsequently then remove 2018-1012, right,
Yes.
Councilman?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Just as a point of information, Mr. Murillo, are we under any time obligations to certify the audit?
45 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still within the time?
Yeah,
frames?
we're
Okay.
well within, yes.
Thanks.
You'll have it ready by next week, Councilman Lutz?
Oh, of course.
All right. Okay. Council Vice President?
Yes, I'd like to remove 103, 104, 105, and 107
Disregard.
103, 104,
105,
105,
107.
107.
for separate, yes.
Okay.
Everything else I'm okay with consent.
Councilman Davis?
No, mine were included in Council Vice President, so I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Fay?
I'm good then.
Good as well. So we can move forward
The consent?
with the consent agenda. All those in favor of 2018-96? A motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
I feel like this is my first meeting. Is there any discussion? Okay, so motion to approve the consent agenda, which would be Resolution 2018-96, 2018-97, 2018-98, 2018-99, 2018-102, 2018-106. All those in favor? Roll call vote, Vicky.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Absolutely. Okay, we can move forward to 2018-100, governing body certification of the annual audit. I'll move to table on behalf of Councilman Lutz.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call vote.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. Okay, resolution 2018-100, governing body certification of the annual audit has been successfully tabled. We'll move forward to resolution 2018-101, a resolution approving the corrective action plan, which I would also move to be tabled on behalf of Councilman Lutz.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. Okay, resolution 2018-101, resolution approving corrective action